So come back, and the ship is still coming into like where we can barely see the United States. I can see land.
Nice.
And that's when the signal on your cell phone can actually pick up at that point.
Nice.
So first thing I do, because this is free call, I got Sprint at the time, unlimited. You know what I mean? It was like $175,000, but it was unlimited. I'm just teasing, but nonetheless. So I'm barely getting a signal. I'm talking about, I'm not even calling my mom. I ain't calling my dad. I'm calling this young lady. Call her up. Hey, what's up?
A booty.
But it wasn't the normal tone that I expected. There was no excitement.
Yikes.
So at that point, it sounded like you busy, sounded like you occupied. So I say, all right, yo, I'm here, da-da-da-da-da, we gonna pull in, we gonna moor. And as soon as we moor tonight, I'm gonna be out of here and I'll be in Charleston by like 11 tonight, by midnight, the latest, if I stop for gas and to use the bathroom maybe. Next thing I know, she says, about that, we gotta talk, but I gotta go. Hangs up the phone. So I'm gonna make this fast as possible. My first love.
Hold on, pause. Don't make it fast as possible. Tell it as elaborate as best as you can. Somebody out there gonna appreciate it.
No said. Mark said go. My first true love that I felt was my love was my first. When I got out of boot camp, I was 18. Fresh out of boot camp, fresh to my duty station, or my school, my A school, which was in Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston.
You know who you are. Just by that.
You know who you are.
I'm talking about stupid in love. Like, I let that euphoric phase last for like, I don't even know. How long was I there? For about 2 years. Then I get my first assignment to my ship. Harry S. Truman out of Norfolk, Virginia. So from South Carolina, I moved to Virginia. We keep the contact open. We're staying together. This is the profession. And I say, bet. I have to know this because I'm going overseas. So I'm going in Europe. Nice. Where Europe's amazing. All right? I will just say that. The first time I was basically the side, what do you call it? The wingman. I was the all-time wingman. Either way, 6-month tour. Started out with great communication. We spoke on the phone. I had to pay beaucoup l'argent. Plenty of dollars.
Beaucoup l'argent.
What? So much money to talk to her through this service, which was bouncing off. It was crazy, all the shit. Every week we get emails. I'm talking about phone calls, emails. This is happening. First month goes by. Everything's pretty consistent. Second month goes by. Dies down. Just a little. Third month, fourth month, that's when things started getting real sporadic. I'm like, man, I'm talking about just trying to get in contact with her was just difficult. Our normal times wasn't happening. The emails started spreading 2-3 weeks in between.
They got kind of
shorter.
Dramatic if you overseas, especially you expecting to hear her.
Bro, I'm heartbroken.
And the culture different.
That's
tough, yeah.
And being deficient of intimacy or affection, I'm looking to that for that. So you took it away. But nonetheless, I kind of just was reliant on, this is the love of my life. I love her. I love her, dog. Almost got her name tattooed. Thank you.
Yo, that's big.
Anyway.
Ain't got no tattoos. Ain't never happened.
Got tats, but not an old girl name. Anyway.
Nope.
So the ship starts its way back. And before I even do this, before we get the announcement, we're already talking about when I come back. Hey, we gonna chill, blah, blah, blah. Can't wait to come to South Carolina. We gonna hang, we gonna get the hotel, we gonna go out, this, that, and third. For like a week. I had a week vacation and everything planned. So come back and the ship is still coming into like where we can barely see the United States. I can see land.
Nice.
And that's when the signal on your cell phone can actually pick up at that point.
Nice.
So first thing I do, because this is free call, I got Sprint at the time, unlimited. You know what I mean? It was like $175,000, but it was unlimited. I'm just teasing, but nonetheless. So I'm barely getting a signal. I'm talking about, I'm not even calling my mom. I ain't calling my dad. I'm calling this young lady. Call her up. Hey,
He's
what's
calling
up?
a booty.
But it wasn't the normal tone that I expected. There was no excitement.
Yikes.
So at that point, it sounded like you busy, sounded like you occupied. So I say, all right, yo, I'm here, da-da-da-da-da, we gonna pull in, we gonna moor. And as soon as we moor tonight, I'm gonna be out of here and I'll be in Charleston by like 11 tonight, by midnight, the latest, if I stop for gas and to use the bathroom maybe. Next thing I know, she says, about that, we gotta talk, but I gotta go. Hangs up the phone. Okay? Say, my stomach did this thing that I never felt before at that point, where I was just like, it's not gonna vomit. It's not the other way either, but it just feels bad, right? So I say, all right, bet, no worries. So then I say, all right, Henry, benefit of the doubt. I'm talking about, I'm working hard to get the ship moored. Like our section, I'm talking, we tugging ropes, we doing drenched in sweat. I'm like, man, I'm gonna do it. Go down, clean up. I'm talking about, I brought out the cologne I didn't use that I bought in Europe. So I brought it over.
That good stuff.
I was ready. So I'm ready. I'm cleaned up and I'm looking at my car and I'm sitting at my car. No. I'm cleaned up and I go out to the ship, to the outside of the ship, and I just say, you know what? Let me not even walk to the car. Let me call this girl. Same day. Before I leave. Called her up. So what's up? You know, you kind of was a little quick off the phone earlier. I'm ready to leave. I'm just letting you know I'm about to hop in the car. She was like, well, you may not want to come because I've actually been seeing someone. And she just, at that point, as soon as she said that, I didn't hear anything else. It was, you
went movie deafened mode. The world zoomed out on
yes.
it. I got you.
It was crazy. Everything got small. Like I was probably could have passed out. I don't know. So either way, so she turns. The thing I heard her that brought me back was that, I mean, he's separated. He's got a couple kids, but he said he's gonna leave her. And I'm in my mind like, Maury. So I'm like, this is too.
I thought you was gonna say something else. Like, I'm in my mind like, mother.
No. Because my mind, I'm theatrical sometimes in my mind, you know?
Okay.
So different movie references, TV references come up, and that's what came to my mind. Straight up was Maury. So I say, wow. I didn't even cry. I said, all right. Well, make it work. Have a good one. Hung up the phone. I wanted to vomit. I didn't even cry. I just didn't know what to do. So I just kind of went and back in my rack. I had vacation. I was on vacation, guys. You hear me? I was on vacation. Didn't want to go anywhere. Went back on the ship, which was basically a ghost town because we came back in from out to sea 6 months. Everybody is
rendezvous,
gone. We're on skeleton crew on the ship. So nonetheless, the next day comes and I don't even know what I was doing. I forgot. But I was on the side of the ship, didn't leave, still was depressed, not ready to go. and my phone rings. It's her. I'm like, what? I'm talking about the God in me is what answered that phone. Okay? Everything else did not want to answer the phone, but I answered the phone. Because honestly, I think it was the right thing. It turns out that way.
In retrospect?
In retrospect. Hindsight 2020. Answer the phone. What's up? She is bawling, crying profusely.
I was not
on the
expecting
phone.
that. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Like ugly. I could tell she was ugly crying.
Snotty
like,
cry.
It was bad.
I hate when females cry.
He doesn't love me. He's not gonna leave her.
Oh, she getting punched.
And bruh, he's not gonna leave her. And her, what am I gonna do?
Why are you talking to me about that? No way.
And then it turns into the like the what am I gonna do? Like and that rung in my ears so loud. I was like, I told you might want to make it work. You might, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you gonna be the side piece. That's where you at. But you ain't main squeeze with Henry though.
Yeah, you.
I'll tell you that. Nah, that 18?
One. No way.
Bruh, like called me back to say the man. So I'm assuming that night, the first night I came back, that you told me that you were just gassing him up. He was leaving on blase squaze. Y'all did something. Y'all were gonna meet up. You were either meeting up, you're already for the day, and then you was gonna meet back up later. And you brought it up. So this man told you the real at that point, because you probably asked him in a way where you were like, no, for real, tell me the truth.
I just broke it off with Henry, so now we can be together. All right.
Why would you? I don't even think she had me in her mouth
like
to
that?
speak, dog.
No way.
Because I've noticed even since then, I'm not the guy that immediately commands respect from women. Like they look at me and they commit me to a joke from just the way I look and my demeanor, because I laugh and I giggle a lot, right? It isn't until they really have long-term conversations or real conversations with me where they understand that I'm of sound mind, and then when it comes to an altercation, they understand that I'm pretty cerebral with the way I respond to people. I am a rebel when it comes to that, as in I refuse to fit into the response archetype that you are really trying to force me into with your question or narrative or response or whatever the heck you're trying to impose on me. I dislike that type of conformity. I will not go into whatever you feel, because that's why I'm single, because I've had a lot of times where I've been it's like almost trying to fool me into seeing it your way, to doing it your way, and I'm like, no, I have
romance is a game of
I have scruples. So you get what I'm saying?
I got you. Did you ever speak to this young woman again?
Yes, absolutely.
Several more times?
So no, well, not too many other times. It was so basically because we kept the line of communication open, trying to be the friend thing. Which
would
we
you
can
do that again now?
What? Try to keep the line of communication open? No.
Okay. Because I mean, it's 18, so that's you have many years to learn from it. But yeah, that's
to be continued was later on, years later. I got out the Navy. I'm back here in Tampa, and we're talking. She wasn't seeing anybody. I wasn't seeing anybody. Well,
you might have been seeing somebody.
I had friends. So she was just trying to see what was up. She said she could come to Tampa and come chill. And I was like, well, all right. And I'm in bachelor mode, so I'm like, I'm feeling like Elmer Fudd, man. I'm out here gunning down whomever.
Throw it open?
No, more like who likes Henry.
Okay.
If you showed interest in Henry, I'm trying to get you. And I'm trying to keep you. Like, what? Man. So at this point, I'm like, well, let's come on through. I'm thinking with the wrong head basically at that point, like, oh, I'm finna smash. This is gonna be a weekend of debauchery. You know what I'm saying? Is it debauchery or debauchery?
I think it's debauchery.
Debauchery. Thank you. See, he reads more than that.
I like how you always say that. See, he reads more.
So the girl called me, and all right. And at this point, I'm feeling myself. So there's certain things that I don't allow, like even men to talk to me in certain ways. Like I don't. No, you ain't gonna. That ain't gonna work.
It's good.
And this smirk comes on. When you see the smirk, it's like people get mad at me because I'm like, you're a joke. That's why I'm laughing. They be like, why are you laughing? What you laughing at? Laughing at you. Anyway, you would get a guy like me to this phase. Anyway, so I don't let people talk to me any kind of way. And first off, we in drive-through at McDonald's, and I don't know, man. I don't remember what it was that set off an argument, but she wanted to argue with me.
Wait, but she came to see you, right?
So you are a mathematician. So you just put that together like that so easily, where it was difficult for some people. Anyway. Oh, for real. So you pick now to add any kind of like obstruction to peace. You would. Oh. So do you understand that all of my booty is what you're supposed to be kissing right now? That's not that didn't sink in. You did. So you don't remember. You know what? I'm gonna remind you of why you should be kissing my butt right now. Main reason is I'm still, as far as you're concerned, the honorable one. I'm the one that followed through up until the very end that you so eloquently made and decided for us. Was that a good decision? I don't know. You tell me. We in the line and I'm basically going off. And I say, you know what? Don't say nothing. And I get the food and I pay for the food. And at that point, I don't know why she stopped talking, but she stopped talking. I said, don't say nothing. And it was, anyway, I was angry. And
you should be.
So I paid for the food and everything, food in the car, blah, blah, blah. We get back to my house. Boom. Get there. And I turn on the TV and I just start watching a movie so I could eat.
Was she in the house with you?
Yeah. She still was staying with me for the weekend. It was a long weekend.
Cause
She had no place else to go. So we're chilling, whatever. And at that point, I said, squash it. I'm good for the night. We talk, whatever, just to be able to iron it out, and I go to bed. Nothing happened. Next day, this is like, bright and sunny day. It's Florida. Gotta love it, right? Thinking, hey, let's let bygones be bygones. She seemed to be in better spirits. Let me get back to my mode that I was originally trying to let happen.
Music.
I need you to understand. When people say that men are not emotional creatures when it comes to sex,
boy,
they're liars.
Yeah, boy.
When people think that men are not in their own head when it comes to sex, that they could just do it, they're liars. They know nothing.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
What? Matter of fact, never mind. Let's not go there. So, at this point, she doing the sexy thing, trying to be whatever. It gets a little around second base, kissing and hugging, touching and whatever. We start to transition to the room. And at this point, I think I'm very observant when it comes to my sexual partner too. So this young one, unstable creature, we'll call her, commences to like.
What is that from?
Instead of saying the B word, I forgot what it was.
What is that? It's from a movie though.
Yeah, I know.
What is that from?
I forgot.
He said, "Baby boy." He said, "I ain't gonna say the B word. I'm gonna say y'all some unstable creatures." Yeah. Jody. I'm sorry. I digress.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was good. Great reference. So my man, where was I? So we were hot and heavy, whatever. She gets we get in the room and she lays down. And that was it. But for me, I'm the type, like I prefer both us start standing up to where I know you still are in it, handsy, kissy. I'm very intimate with the kissing, like, but she just kind of just walked straight to the bed. If it was somebody else that I was kind of frequently intimate with and I was already knowing what was going on and it wasn't our first encounter, like back into the saddle, I would have been like, you know what? I'm ready to go. Let's keep going. Boom, 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 boom. But because it was her and it was because of last night, the night before, pardon. See, I'm so fresh, right? Because of the night before. And it was because of her never apologizing the way I would think a person that's genuinely apologetic would apologize. So, and that's a judgment call on me. I'm not God, so I don't know her heart. So I take that fault in that. But at the same time, when this moment happened, it's daylight. And here's another thing. Her body changed from when I knew it. So that's another thing that was a factor.
Body changed, like she gained weight. Her body wasn't as shaped as it were before.
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
it was more mature.
Okay.
Is the word we'll go with.
Okay.
With the unstable creature. I'm behaving myself. I promise you. This is really docile. But nonetheless, so at this point, it just wasn't the same person. It just didn't come across to me like I could be in the moment anymore. And I had previous instances where in my bachelor days where I was like, you know what? Instead of just looking at a number or looking at a notch on the belt, this is a person I'm dealing with. And so therefore with that mindset as well, because I was saying, let me mature a little bit. I said, you know what? I can't do it. I'm talking about my man's was ready, but I wasn't. I said, you know what? No, I'm good. I can't do it. Not with you. And so that day was pretty awkward. The next day was pretty awkward. And then I took her to the airport and sent her on back. And I was like, so glad she was gone.
And that's the last time you've seen her?
Yep. Never saw her since then. Still Facebook friends.
Huh. I don't know. I feel like the especially if 18, that's a couple years later, so I'm 21. That's when I am learning. Mm-hmm. But that's before the anger management course. I probably would have slid in just to pull some hair and take possession.
Yes.
But I think you're a better man than me.
I've done that in other instances, but that's more like why were you talking back to me the way you did? I don't like it when you do that, and then I'll set you back straight. Like, why do you do that? And right now, and it's, dude, do you understand the crazy conversation you can have with a woman, by the way, during this time? Like, it's amazing what you could say. I don't say ridiculous things. Like, I don't make promises that I can't keep. That's one thing you can't do, gentlemen. Do not whisper in these ladies' ears promises you do not plan on keeping. Okay, so that's one. But
if you plan on seeing them again,
but like, don't tell a girl, hey, your baby, because you gonna marry her and you love her, you know what I'm saying? And this is the second date, like, or even the first. Like, don't say stuff like that. That don't make sense.
That's not smart.
So
that's not smart. I don't know what part of the game is
you
that,
get what I'm saying? Even if we've been there together a long time. No. We're gonna try and do this correctly. Matter of fact, I already my next relationship, I already committed. It's gonna be my masterpiece. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm trying my best to make sure I don't have any kids before any ring ding dings. I'm open to it, but you know, if this gets too long into the future, I'm like, no. I already got 2, so I'm good. So
I want 1,000 of them things.